Welcome to this challenge one in the Power BI DAX functions. This is the first video of the challenge series. And before we start the questions, we need to understand about the data. Okay. The question on the screen which you see is which product was sold the most, okay, by quantity. But you need to understand, right, which data, what columns, what table, and what files are there. So let me first show you the data. We have a data of one of the place over here, which is related to sales and profit and everything. So the data is separated into different sheets. The products information is kept into the product sheet, and you can see there are various columns: product ID, product name, category ID, and so on. The second sheet is talking about the different categories of the product, who are the different suppliers, the supplier ID and the company name, the customers who are buying that particular product, employees who are selling those products or who are working with the department, orders and order details are two different sheets over here, and then we have a calendar which gives us all the dates over here. Now these are different sheets which are present in one particular Excel file. Now the data is mostly clean, and we will just import the data. If you see in Power BI, we have already loaded the data in the model view, and the connections are automatically created. Since we have a unique column in every table, every sheet over there, it has already created relationship between the data. Our job is just to click on Excel and pick up all the sheets and just click on load. Now, depending upon the country you're watching this, you might have to change the data type of date. Okay. And now we have just loaded, and this is the model view created. Now, the question, if you see, in the challenge we have is which product was sold the most by quantity. So if we go back to model view, the product information is kept into this particular file, and the quantity information is kept over here. That's the quantity. So which product name and what is the quantity. So you want to have a relationship and find out only the name of the first product which is having the maximum quantity. If I want to show you in the report view, what I mean to say, on the right hand side, we have a data. I can expand this products, drag and drop this product name, and the next one would be quantity. So the quantity is kept into the order details table. The order details table, I can drag and drop the quantity. This created a bar chart, and I want a simple table. So when we sort the data in the descending order, and we have the option as Google Pixel 7. So as per this table, the answer is Google Pixel 7, which is 210 quantity. But what we want here is, we want to create a DAX function which will give us only the name, which is Google Pixel 7, and we want this in the form of card. Now, how do we do this? Okay. So first thing, the function is a bit lengthy. Okay. That's a solution we are giving right now. The solution will be lengthy. So we will try to break the solution into different forms. The first thing, we'll create this kind of table, a virtual table with the help of Power BI DAX. To work on this Power BI DAX, what we can do here is, first thing, we can go to the table view, and here we might create a new table. So in this new table, if I want to create a similar form of table, okay, so I'll write here as, maybe I can write here option as, let's say, top one product. Okay, maybe top one product, and I can write here a function named as top n. So top n will pick up the first one. Okay, so I want to pick up the first one, and from the products table, okay, from the products table. But what I want the quantity. So the order by expression, I will write here as calculate sum of quantity. So this quantity is in the other table, and then close a bracket, and then I can put here that I want the data to be sorted in descending order. Okay, closing the bracket, and I want the data to be sorted in descending order. So when I close the bracket, what will happen is top n or top 1 will give me the first row with the maximum quantity. Okay, so here if you see, the name is given as Google Pixel 7. That's a product name here. If I say top 2, okay, this will give me the top 2 products by quantity. And this is the name of the table. This is the calculation, which is expression, and this is the descending order. So if I say ascending order, it will give me the lowest quantity products over here. So as of now, what I'll do is I'll just type here 1. Now this is the function which is very important. Okay. So out of this data or this table, I just want the product name column. So I'll just copy this. Okay. We don't want this as an output. We want only the product name. So this was just to explain you how we are getting the table over here. But I just copied the function Control C, and I can go back to the report view. If we want single output value, we'll just create a new measure. In this new measure, I'll tell them that I want here, let's say, so top one product, we'll type here equal to, and we'll write here calculate, and the function should be given as selected value. What is selected value? If there are table of 10 columns, from those 10 columns, it will pick up one particular column. Okay. We will select here the product name, comma, and then we paste that particular, after closing the bracket, we can just paste that particular function what we picked up. So this top n will give me 5-6 columns. From that particular 5-6 columns, I want the output as product name. Okay. So function to find out one particular column is the selected value. The moment I press enter, okay, and here this becomes top one product. When I drag and drop over here, I'll be getting the option as Google Pixel 7. Now, an interesting thing, if you observe here, if I change, okay, anything over here, let's say if I change the option as ascending, so this will give me the lowest value. If you see ASUS ROG phone, it is giving me the lowest value. So I have to write here as descending option, and this will give me the output here. So the function, the challenge, how it is solved over here, let me explain. We wrote one function just to explain that this gives us the first row and all the columns from that table. And using that calculate and selected value, we selected only the product name column from this data. And if you go back here, and if you see the function, we are selecting only the product name from the entire table. Okay, so this way we got the output over here. So I hope you understood the first challenge, that which product was sold the most by quantity. Okay. Now the second challenge, before we finish, I'll give you the second challenge. Find out which product has the highest average quantity per order. So you'll get the solution in the next video.